soccer story. What does it take to become a professional soccer player? How much do you have to train? What do you have to know? Is it preparation? Is it focus? Is it determination? Motivation? Strength? Speed? Raw talent? Professional mentality? Or is it all of the above?
Guzman. He was able to recruit a couple kids to follow him back to Europe and train with his club team at their own age groups, and even experience some of the day-to-day life of a professional player by living with him, watching his training sessions, and even going to his games. So it's a good eye-opening experience for any of the young kids who aspire to become pro, and they get the hands-on, experience with a current professional player who they look up to.
What would be the one thing that you would tell them to help them?
Yeah, so it's for them to come in here and be themselves. Obviously give it their best, and and obviously embrace the once in a lifetime moment to be coached by a professional who's been in World Cups, who's been in Champions Leagues and top leagues in the world, and to get as much knowledge and gain as much you can from the technical aspect as well. You have guys like Jonathan Rosario here as well, who's done very well for the national team and for TFC. You get to have that encounter with those type of professionals at the highest level. So it's something for myself. If I had growing up, I would definitely be the first in line to come here and experience that. And now it's an opportunity for the kids to experience one time of the year, and it's been going very well this far. 12 had to take a big risk himself and venture out to Europe, and he made a career doing that as well. But today it's changed where at those ages FIFA doesn't permit you to travel on your own and live under those circumstances unless your family moves over or you're at least the age of 16 or end up. So it's a lot has changed, but going back to how it worked out for myself, it was definitely a massive risk for the both of us, and we were very, very fortunate enough to have the right preparations for ourselves to get mentally psyched up and have the chance to live the dream abroad.
So the future of Canadian soccer.
Yeah, it's my way to give back after my experience playing abroad and being able to venture out into different cultures and play under different systems and different leagues. Coming back home now and being able to contribute to the growth of the game in the country, club level and as well as a national team level. It's good to see the 3 teams in the MLS, Ottawa Fury in the USL, and now with the new development of the Canadian Soccer League that's kicking off for 2019. You're adding now 7 more professional teams to the picture. So you're beginning to see more avenues and windows open for a lot of the young and the youth to aspire towards to. It's no longer you hit 16 and you kind of that's your cutoff time to figure out if you want to be pro or not. Now you can work your way into a professional environment at that age and aim even higher to have a professional contract in Canada. So that's a big factor to the big picture in terms of having a successful national team perform in the top levels, top tournaments. Guzman?
Projections, you know, the whole thing that you're trying to do with the camp?
Well, we've been doing this for the last 3 years now. We're very happy to give our knowledge back to the kids. All the trainers that I selected are players that have played professional football, and they have that experience to give the knowledge back to the children. And I myself, I'm still active, playing professional in Germany. And for me, I enjoy giving these kids the opportunity to learn what we have learned growing up. And like I try to give what I've learned throughout the years, my youth and my professional career. And we're very happy to do that with the children. I think the kids are very happy being a part of the camp. I'm very happy being part of the camp.
How do you feel North Scarborough helped you living in Canada? Like our system that we had playing in North Scarborough.
Well, North Scarborough was for me home. That's where I grew up. That's where I learned how to play soccer. So obviously I still hold that badge to my chest, and I still, like, this is me giving back to the community and giving back to the kids, and just this is where I grew up. This is where I played. It's where I had fun, where I learned my new skills. So for me to do this, and bring my friends around and my family around to help, I think it's just it's refreshing. I've always been taught to put your best foot forward. There's always someone watching, that can help you, or you want to always, be the best you can be. And I think that with every training session you do, every game you play, you have to put your best foot forward, and that's what I've been taught ever since I was young, and I've been doing that ever since. The connections I have, I can obviously help kids get that extra step, and this is what this camp is for. And I try to look at the talents here, and if I feel, along with my team, if we feel that we can, give a kid an opportunity to travel to Europe and train with the professional academy team, then we are more than happy to help them, because I got that opportunity as well when I was 12 years old, and I want to give kids that opportunity as well.
Up and playing in the World Cup, like, can you just touch a little bit on that?
Soccer, football's capital. It was an honor to be a part of that World Cup, and finishing third place with the Dutch national team.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's an experience that I will never forget. And like you said, up until this day, I still get goosebumps watching old clips of the World Cup, and even the World Cup that just passed. Best memory would have to be the 5-1 against Spain, the defending champions of that pool.
Yeah.
So no one expected us to, get out of our group, or to finish. We finished first in our group. So it was a great experience to beat them, and starting that first 11 against those big names, Iniesta, Busquets, Ramos, and beating Spain 5-1 was a crazy experience. I see myself at Frankfurt, and I'm very happy there. I'm playing my games. Frankfurt is a well-organized soccer club, or football club, and like I said, I'm very happy there. So that's where I see myself for the next couple upcoming years. The future for Soul Soccer, I don't know what it will bring us or bring the kids, but like I said, we do it. We try to do it twice a year, in the summer and in the winter, and we'll just see how it goes from there. We've been growing ever since we started. We double our numbers every year, so we're very happy with the feedback we get from the parents, from the kids. So it's all positive energy here.
Yeah.
Very humbled that my friends and family do come out and support this camp here I'm doing with the Soul Soccer, and it's always it's a great feeling coming back home and seeing friends and family, and this is a great excuse to bring people around. And soccer is the #1 sport in the world.
Yes.
And it brings different cultures around, and I'm happy that I'm a part of this. I'm happy that we've been doing this the last 3 years, and hopefully we could continue doing this.
De Guzman.
The father of?
Julian de Guzman, Jonathan de Guzman, and Janelle de Guzman. They were into hockey, swimming, gymnastics, basketball, soccer. My thing was my kids had talent, so I was thinking of having them, what do you call this, get a scholarship. But my oldest son Julian had bigger aspirations. He wanted to go to Europe, so basically I told him, prove to me that you want to go to Europe. I want to see your school mark. And sure enough, the guy made it on a dean's list, honors list. And so I had to honor my promise and carry him to Europe. And when I got there, I mean, technically he was far behind because, you know, we don't have the coaches that can bring these guys, these skill levels up in Canada, in North America basically. So if you want a soccer player, you have to bring him to Europe. Just like if you want a hockey player, you got to bring him to Canada. Or a basketball player, you got to bring him to the United States. So that also made me think that I do need to bring Jonathan, and he was also talented at a tender age of 12, over to Europe in order to succeed. I mean, I was scrutinized then, but when he made it, all of a sudden I'm a genius, but it's not rocket science. I started off with Agincourt Soccer Club, and then we merged with St. Andrews and it became North Scarborough. We were very competitive. I expanded the club. I was the rep director, and each division in the rep level we had 2 teams and they were all good the time when I was there. So we were big back then. You got to give them incentives, and that's the only way you can get kids to perform 100%. Of course, as long as they're motivated and they're putting out their 100%, that's how you see that they have the talent. It's just that they got to keep on. You got to keep them motivated to keep on going. You know, there were so many sports that soccer is like not one of the top 5s back then, and therefore we don't have the coaches here to bring up a lot of these players' abilities to bring up to the next level. Unlike in Europe, where they train you from at a young age. So therefore, if you really wanted to develop good players with talent, you have to bring them to Europe because that's where all the coaches are that can bring them up to that level. I want Jonathan to have the same experience. I wanted him to get there as young as he can, so therefore he can enhance his talent. Every player's dream, and all soccer players want, of course, they want to play in the World Cup. And the unfortunate part is Canada is, I don't know, I think they made it in the World Cup once or twice. The last one was in somewhere in 1980 or 86, somewhere way back then. And Jono, as much as he loved to play with his brother in the World Cup, he wanted to qualify, at least play. And surprisingly, the Dutch team called him in the 2008 Brazil World Cup, and they also won the bronze. They beat Brazil 3-0. And the accomplishments he's made, I mean, in Eredivisie, which is the Dutch league, he won the cup there. And Italy, he also won the cup with Napoli, beating Juventus. And in the Premiership, he won the cup with Swansea, where they played the finals in Wimbledon. And the last one was last year. We was in Bundesliga, where we beat Bayern Munich for the DBFP Pokal, the cup. So he's won 4 cups. He's the only Dutch player to win 4 cups in 4 different leagues. Yeah. So SoccerCon is something giving back to the community. So, like, you know, we do this not for profits or anything.
Try to make it like a development for overseas?
It's a start. It's a stepping stone because he has his coaching license. He still doesn't know whether he's going to be coaching. His brother is a general manager for Ottawa Fury. I think Jonathan would like to try coaching, and it's in his level too. So it's in his type of territory where camps is also there. So years, you know, staying in Europe and watching these games. I mean, you know, when we're young, we try to climb the corporate ladder as high as we can, make as much money as you can. But when you get older, your philosophy changes. You just want to, you know, live the quality of life. And to me, my quality of life is spending it with my grandchildren and watching my kids play while they're still in professional. That's what gets me going.
Like I told Jono, and you know, I'll tell you, I'm proud of you guys for doing what you did, and you know, I
Thank
give
you
you
very
guys
much.
a congratulations.
Thank you.